Hi, welcome to the Mel-Tran Designs podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Ananzi on Ravelry and Clerk and Instagram. I am Mel-Tran Designs. Today is a day of the week. It's Tuesday, November 11th, 2014. Welcome to new viewers. Welcome back to not new viewers. I came home really quick and I'm just going to run through a podcast really fast because I didn't record last week and the week before. Anyways, wanted to try and get one out really quick. I just got back from lunch and I'm going to have to go get the kids in like maybe 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. So I was like, hey, Quinn's asleep. I'm just going to show you really quick. The last couple weeks, a little quick review. We had Halloween. I will put pictures at the end when I'm not rushed and trying to record. I made Quinn's costume, and the other kids were dressed up. It was super cute. Got some fun pictures, so I will post those at the end. Let me see what else. Ananzi and I went to the annual ski swap. It's something that goes on the first weekend of November every year. It's essentially a huge yard sale of ski and snowboard equipment, snow equipment. Not everything is used. Sometimes stores will put stuff in there too, but people can put things in there and whatnot. Her skis are fine for another year for her height, but her boots needed to be bigger this year. So it's become kind of a yearly thing that we do. And we have fun, just the two of us, and yeah, got to get away for a couple hours together, so that was nice. And let's see, that same night I had a bridal shower that I went to. Jake's cousin is getting married next week. I can't think of much else that I've done. If I'm missing anything, I apologize. So, oh, well, and I went to a spinning thing on Saturday, but no, I did not spin. I'm behind on some knitting that I have to do, so I took my knitting. That's okay. I usually end up knitting while I'm there anyways. The sweater class that I started on Friday, the yarn didn't come until Thursday, and so I had to really work on that so I can stay ahead of my students. So let me think. I have all my stuff here. What's next? Going on, coming up. Going on, not a whole lot as far as in the group goes. We still have the Year of the Q. I have started my Miranda sweater, which is on my in my queue, and I think, oh no, and a hat that I'm working on as well. Both of those things are from my queue, and I don't know that I'll be able to cram anything else in this year. We will find out. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, today I went to sushi, like I said, and it was super yummy. It was all you can eat. So my belly is a little bit big and full. Okay. Now we're going on, coming up. Oh, coming up. In the new year, I have some plans. I don't have anything that's going to be like a year-long thing. Well, not specific year-long. Something that I want to do over the year, during the year in 2015. I want to participate in knit-alongs with other people instead of just hosting my own, because I don't have a lot of viewers, and there's not a lot of chatter on in my group. And so instead of me trying to get the people who watch my podcast to participate in separate knit-alongs, I'm going to kind of jump on other people's. And there's one already that is in the works for February and March that is going to involve color work of any kind. As long as it is stranded color work, slip stitches don't count. It has to be actual color work. It can be something as small as a mug cozy, or some of those coasters. I'm like, what's the word? Those things you put cups on. Anyway, it could be coasters, or I'm going to do a sweater. So there's lots of color work projects though on Ravelry, headbands, hats, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of mittens, socks if you want to go that small of yarn. Not that it's any smaller than regular sock yarn. It's, you know, just a lot to be going back and forth, which, anyway, so start thinking about that. And like I said, that I'm going to be co-hosting that with a friend of mine. I don't know if she's going to start talking about it yet, but it's okay. I can talk about it. It's Lisa, Fiber Nymph, the 90% Knitting Podcast. We will be co-hosting in February and March. I don't have anything for January. January is usually one of the, you know, the month of recovering from Christmas and selfish knitting, which I'm not really doing many gifts this year anyways. So it's going to be my month to make sure I get everything done leading up to doing the color work sweater. So that's as far out as I'll go for now, and we'll talk about more as we get there. All right, let's go to works in progress and move forward. I have some acquisitions to show you too. Oh, I don't know where one of them is. Well, that's a lie. No, I don't. I thought it was in my knitting bag. Oh, shoot, it's the coolest one too. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll show you next time. Okay. That is... Okay, here we go. Let's start with this one that's right here next to me. Oh, I lied. As far as going on, the sweater that I'm making, I'm also participating in NaNoSuemo, which is the knitting version of NaNoWriMo, and it's knit a sweater in a month. The requirements are that it has 50,000 stitches. I'm going to go through and do the math. I don't know that it'll have 50,000 because it is a worsted weight sweater and I'm short, but I'm doing a front pocket and a hood and long sleeves, so it might. Like I said, I'm going to do the math. If I don't get to the 50,000, that's okay. I talked about it before. I don't have time to make another sweater, so this will be what it is, and it's okay if I don't get prizes or whatever. So, all right, this is the Miranda sweater for the like I said, it's the class that I'm teaching right now. I have this much done so far, and I'm actually going to be. Let me see. Did I do the twisting? I've done one cable row. Well, I mean, I've done one set of the cabled rows here, and I'm just starting the second set. Oop, this way. Just starting the second set here. So it's a very easy pattern to follow, and this little bit is so small that it doesn't affect the overall knitting of the sweater. It's knitting up very quickly. I just started this Friday, and well, I had to start it like 3 times. This stinking thing, I just was having the worst luck. I could not knit row 1. Knit 2, purl 2. Apparently is more complicated than I can handle. I mean, seriously, I had just had the hardest time getting through that stinking first row. And you know, it's not even worth tinking back the first row when you messed up on like the 5th stitch and you have 100 and whatever stitches on there. You just pull it out and recast on, and oh my gosh. Anyway, once I finally got past that first row, we were good, but anyways. So as you can see, it's a top-down raglan. Has this cute little V-neck spot here. Like I said, I will be doing the hooded version. I'm getting closer to being ready to pull the sleeves off. And to keep up with NaNoSuemo, well, I should say to finish this in November, I had 500 grams total. I don't think I'll use all that, but I'm basing my math off of that. And if I do 25 grams a day, I will be done in, or no, 20, up to 25 grams a day, then I'll be done in a couple of weeks. So anyway, this is how much I have left of the first ball. The yarn that I'm using is Barocco Remix in the strawberry colorway. I love this yarn. There's no wool. It's nylon, cotton, acrylic, linen, and silk. The way that it feels, if you've never felt it, if you were to take your most favorite sweater or sweatshirt, excuse me, and cut it up into strips and knit with it, that's what this feels like. Seriously, it's awesome. So there's that. The next thing I have on the needles is this hat that's for Jake for our anniversary, and I'm actually almost done. As you can see, I just have a couple more rows left. Here's the hat. It's in some old Sassy Sheep yarn. She doesn't carry this base anymore. It's her old sock base. Oh, it's so squishy and soft. I wish she did. But anyway, it's called ribbed for his pleasure. 2x2 ribbed for his pleasure, or something like that. Anyway, it's all 2x2 rib. The whole thing. 160 stitches on size 1s with fingering weight yarn of 2x2 rib. Yeah, but look how good it looks. It is a good looking hat. And what's really cool is you are just, this is a free pattern, so you're only decreasing in 4 spots, and so it has this really cool top shaping. So anyways, that is, like I said, nearly complete. I'll probably finish that today just to have it done. Mine and Jake's anniversary is on Sunday of this week. It'll be 12 years that we've been married. So anyways, there's that. The last thing on the needles is something fun to show you. It's a kind of acquisition, I guess. Here's what the yarn looks like. Yes, the yellow is that bright. Let me turn up my screen so I can see how it's looking for you. Yeah, it's like highlighter yellow bright, and the pink is highlighter pink bright, and the green was actually supposed to be blue, and that I put in blue and it turned green, but I'm really okay with that because it looks really cool. Here, oh, so I dyed it. I dyed that yarn. My head is getting ahead of my mouth. I dyed the yarn. I was bored one day. And here's what it looks like knit up. I have no intentions of doing this professionally by any means. It was just, I got a bug one day and decided to do it. So I've been, the last couple of self-striping socks I did, I started with the end of one color and the beginning of the next, so that there's just that one little strip, but it ensures that I start at the exact same spot every time. So you can see I've already done the heel. It's the Fish Lips Kiss heel. And what was really cool was I ended up going through the green, the pink, the yellow, and going back to the green, and the green stripe ended up with 1 row more than it would have, because that's where when I started the heel, I had one row of green, and like I said, it picked up, and so there's just 1 extra row, and you can't even tell when you're looking at the whole thing. So anyways, this has moved to being on the back burner for right now while I'm trying to finish that hat and work on the sweater. This will move into my church knitting for the next couple weeks until my sweater is complete, and then I'll bust it out and finish it. So anyway, it's just that the white yarn that I have on the cone that I've referenced. Anyway, I love that heel. So much fun to do, and it looks like you're puckering up for a fishy kiss. That is all I have on the needles. I do have an FO. Do I have 2 and should have grabbed it? No, I just have 1. Okay, where is it? Right here. Do you remember the blue hat that I was wearing in my last episode? Well, this is also under acquisitions. This is a new, newly knit up one of that hat. It's Renee's Challenge, my newest pattern release, and It is out of Fiber Nymph Dye Works in her Mega base. And oh my gosh, if you've never used this, wow. I have this much left. It's a 105 yard skein. Let me weigh this really fast. My scale's just right here next to me. So there's 16 grams left here out of 100 grams. So a little over 16 yards left out of the 105. So anyways, it's a great way to use up some bulky yarn, and it's so squishy. And this is her earthenware red gradient. I want a sweater quantity out of this color right here. And since I know she's going to draw my name for the head to toe knit along, because I'm sending it out there, Lisa. No. If she does, I promise it's not rigged. But one of the things, the prize that she's giving out is a sweater quantity of yarn, and it will be this color that I will order when she draws me. Trust me, it's not rigged, I promise. But I have already decided. As soon as I opened this, I was like, oh my gosh, I want a whole sweater out of that color. So, that is done. I have no more FOs. I have a couple of acquisitions, and we're good to go. Which one do I want to do first? Okay, I'll do this one. This is from Fiber Nymph, from when I put in the order for that red. I ordered 2 skeins of her cozy base, and holy crap, if you've never used that, you got to order that too. So stinking soft. It's just like the Mega. Oh, and that will be what I get my sweater quantity in. So the cozy base. I got turquoise. I promise it looks better than this. So, got turquoise and white, which is really just undyed. And I had this skeined up, and then I started knitting with it and was like, this is really thin. And she says, well, it probably needs to be soaked and, poofed up. So that's why it's back in the hank. I soaked it and poofed it up so that it matches the turquoise. And I'm going to make a hat out of it that is the hat design I talked about in the last podcast, but I'm not ready to show you yet because I haven't decided what I'm doing with it. So there's that. And then when I ordered my sweater quantity, I also ordered some yarn to make a, as I go along, shawl. Because I've given the first 2 that I made to my girls and I wanted one for myself. So I ordered 3 skeins of this from Webb's. It is Road to China Light, and if you've never touched it, you need to go touch it. It is 65% baby alpaca, 10% cashmere, 10% camel, 15% silk. It's a little bit on the more expensive side because of what's in it. It's only a 50 gram skein, and it's 159 yards of a sport weight, and it retails for $16.50. But because we were putting in such a large order with all the sweater quantities for the class, we hit Webb's 25% off discount, and so I got these for 25% off, and that was why I did that, because the 25% off price point was what I would have paid for other ones willingly at full price, and so that's why I did it. And it's super soft. The colorway I have is gray pearl, and what's really cool is it's mostly gray, but then I don't know if you'll be able to see it. The skein doesn't have it quite as much. There's bits of like tan in there. It's really cool. Really, really cool. I cannot believe I didn't grab that other yarn. I'm going to lean right over here and make sure it's not here. Alright. Yeah, that other yarn from Fiber Nymph. It was one of her color block sock sets. That really bugs me. Because it was in my knitting bag that I went through right before I started recording. Wait, 1 second. Hold on. Alright. Nope, it's not here. Oh, I must have taken it out in my room and then not remembered that I did that. So, okay, I think I'm done. I I have no spinning, like I said. As far as designing goes, I have the hat that I'm going to use that blue and white yarn on. I'm going to make a matching cowl. I'm toying with making matching mittens as well, so that it could be a whole set. I have an infinity cowl that I'm working on out of a Fiber Nymph Sunshine Base 3-color gradient that has not seen any love, but it's going to be a gift for my mother-in-law for Christmas, so you will see it. I'm trying to think as far as designing goes. That's really it. Right now I'm really just trying to bust out on this sweater to make sure that I stay ahead of my students, and so any designing that I've been doing is just temporarily on pause, probably until after Christmas, but we'll see. Well, I mean, with the exception of that infinity cowl. So anyway, all right, I'm at 21 minutes and we are done. I hope I didn't talk too fast, and yeah, I guess if I did, you can always slow it down. So anyways, perfect timing. I'll be able to stop this and go get the kids and not have to worry about it. But I will put pictures. Stay tuned. I'm going to add some fun pictures. Yeah, I'll put some in of Quinn too. She's 5 months tomorrow, but for almost a month now, she'll go up on her hands and then she'll go up on her feet. Like, if you do yoga, downward facing dog, but I call it downward facing puppy, up on her toes and hands, and it's hilarious because she spreads her toes out really far. And just recently, in the last about week and a half, she's been going up on her knees, hands and knees, and rocking. And for all of you that have kids, you know that that's the precursor to crawling. And she's 5 months tomorrow. I've decided I need to hold her a lot more instead of letting her lay on the floor and roll around, because apparently that is motivating her to move, and I need to take that motivation away. So anyways, have a great rest of your day and week, and I will be back to record soonly, and until next time, keep knitting. Bye.